Jim Montgomery discusses the lineup errors that led to the Bruins' early exit from the Stanley Cup playoffs and takes full responsibility as the team's coach. Jim Montgomery breaks down the decisions and lineups that led to the Boston Bruins' first-round elimination. I make the final decision. Jim Montgomery and the Boston Bruins are still reeling from their crushing first-round Stanley Cup playoff loss to the Florida Panthers. Montgomery doesn't mince words in describing his current state, more than a week after the Bruins' impressive first-round exit against the Panthers. Frustrated, angry, responsible, the Bruins coach said Tuesday at TD Garden. The prevailing feeling at the Boston press conference on Tuesday was that there's a lot of blame for everyone after an early playoff exit, especially for a loaded team that rewrote the record books for most wins and points in a single season. We take full responsibility for our failures, individually and collectively, as an organization, noted General Manager Don Sweeney. However, after Boston ceded a 3-1 series lead to a Panthers team 43 points below them in the standings, Montgomery became the target of criticism for his team's mistakes. Most of this criticism was justified. Whether it's shredding an effective goaltending rotation during the postseason, rearranging his team's forward lines before a slow start in Game 5, or fine-tuning his defensive body in a porous Game 6, nearly every lineup maneuver Montgomery implemented has toppled your team on ice. On Tuesday, Montgomery took responsibility for the various decisions that contributed to Boston's series loss. The most important thing is that it's my job to make the players own the moment, seize the moment. And that didn't happen, right? And that falls on me, Montgomery said of lessons learned this season. And I think that with the difficult times we've been through, we have to learn from them, right? If we don't learn from them, how are we going to grow? We're going to repeat the same thing next year. We didn't have the same level of energy that we had in regular season. We didn't have the same confidence with the puck that we had in the regular season. This is painful. Right now it hurts. I've talked to the players, it's hard right now. It's hard for our fans, it's hard for us. And the price we pay is that we have to learn from this to move forward. Specifically, I mean, retrospectively, you can go back and look at everything, right? I already talked about the goalkeeping toll and going to Jeremy Swayman a little bit earlier. What game is this? That's debatable. Again, that's retrospective. Boston racked up points at a record rate from October through April, giving Linus Ullmark and Swayman effective work at net. But in the playoffs, the Bruins opted to pitch Ullmark in 6 games in 12 days, even as his season-long stamina between the barrels began to wane. Therefore, it is not a collective decision. Bob Essensa gives his opinions. He works with the goalkeepers. But I'm the coach. I make the final decision, and that's across all areas of the team. But it is a decision that is taken after a lot of discussion, a lot of information, and a lot of data analysis. So, it's not an arbitrary decision that's made at random. And it's a decision that, when made, is in the best interest of the team at that time. It's wonderful to have you here. I am extremely happy with your presence and would love to hear your opinion in the comments, so that we can together expand our knowledge of Boston through this channel. Sharing knowledge is essential, so I would be very grateful if you would subscribe to our channel, allowing us to reach even more fans. With your help, I feel motivated to post videos daily and keep it constantly updated. By subscribing, you will receive notifications whenever a new video is published. Thank you immensely for your support.